Okay, so for demonstration purposes, I've already had a couple engine harnesses, and I was able to salvage a connector. Same connector as this one, but this one is all beat up. Doesn't even have the lock tab on it. That butt connection is not good. Okay. This one has the lock tab. We're gonna put the butt connectors on it. Get yourself a pair of wire crimpers, cutters, whatever you want to call them. And what I'll do is I'll strip the protective coating off of it. What I like to do is take my ends, twist them, get it nice and fine. I'll get 2 butt connectors. These are heat shrink butt connectors. You'll see what I mean by heat shrink. Sorry about my sweating. But I prefer this fix right here. What you want to do, you want to insert that into there like that. You want to make sure it goes down in that slot where you can't see the wire anymore. See, you don't want to see the wire. You want it to go completely in that tube like that. And then what I'll do next, I use the same pair and I'll crimp it. You want to make sure it's all the way flush. Then you crimp it, and that's just keeping the wire in place. See, you can't pull it out. But for this, I'm gonna use these crimpers. I prefer these more. Whichever works for you, this works for me. As you can see, nice tug, that is not coming out. You don't want it to come out later on down the line, because you're gonna have the same problems once again. And what we're gonna do is repeat it for this side, get it nice in, get it in there all the way. Take your crimper, make sure it's in all the way, crimp it like that. So there you go, that's the one end. Now what I also like to do is to protect down here. I'll take this heat shrink protector and I'll cut it down to the size. I'll cut it down to the size of about right here, and then I'll cut another one to protect the butt connectors. And I'll put this on first, if I can get them through there. There we go. Get that on there first, because when you put the other side on, you're not going to be able to mess with it at all. You're not going to be able to put it on. So you do that now. Get that out of the way. I made it a little bit too long because I still have to do the other side. I made it too long. You'll see why. I made it too long. So what we're going to do is cut some off. That's about enough. Cut that off. And I'm going to cut a little bit more off just to be safe. Then you want to slide it back down, pull them back out like this. Now you got these two. Now, the problem is you're going to have is identifying the wires. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take this back off, unfortunately. Okay, I'm going to take it halfway off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to identify these wires with some wire tags. So we're going to label this wire number 1. We're going to wrap that around there like that. We're going to label this one wire number 2. And we're going to wrap this around there like that. We're going to wrap that around there like that. So now it's 1 and 2. And then we're going to do the same thing down here. You got 1 and 2. And then what I'm going to do is label that closer to up here now. so that when I put that, when I wrap it up, when I wrap this up, when I'm all done, see, that's number one, you'll see why, the purpose that I'm doing that as I continue to move forward. Okay, that's number two. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to insert these back in here. So I got my sleeve back on. I've got my wires numbered. Can't really tell, but this is wire number 2. This is wire number 1. Okay, so that's in direct correlation with the slots up here. The reason why I'm doing that is so that on my other side of the connector, say that this was what I'm trying to butt connect. I know that this wire is for slot 2, so that when I match it up with slot 2 over here, I know that I have the right wire over here. So that's the reason why I use the wire tags, so that when I connect my other end, I know that my wires are going to the proper mating wires. Alright, so for this sake and purpose, what I'll do is I'll connect these two. And no, these two wires may not be the ones to be mating together, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to do it. So like I said, you want to put it in as far as you can. You put it in on this side like that. Then you want to crimp it to make sure it's going to stay. You want to crimp. Oh, that one came out. See, and that's why you crimp it, because they'll come right out. Okay, now it's all connected. Now what I'm going to do is show you why they call it heat shrink. Got to use heat. And as I apply some heat, I turn that down. As I apply heat, it shrinks. I don't know if you can see it now. I'm using my phone. So they shrink. See, they heat it up. They turning, glazing. They're getting hot because it's a heat shrink. That's doing its job. So now that it's like that, give it a chance to dry and cool off. And what you'll notice is the ends begin to bevel because the adhesive is adhesing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that sleeve, which is called a heat shrink, and sometimes what happens is it tries to close up because it senses the heat. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut that away, and be careful that you don't cut the wire, because you'll be having to do everything all over again. So I'm going to slide that over my butt connectors, and I'm going to apply heat so my sleeve can shrink and protect my repair as such. And this right here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is how you properly make an electrical repair the Double D's way. Now if you want, you can put some electrical tape around there, get it nice and right. But like I said, that process is what I just did to repair that alternator connector. And I sat it down and don't know where I sat it, because I wanted to show you guys. So I'm just going to continue to show you this. This is the proper way. I hope you guys have enjoyed my video. I hope it was informative. Please like, share, and subscribe. Double D's Garage. Please like, share, and subscribe.